Hello, friends. I'm Jonathan Pishner with Apex Counseling. And today I wanted to answer a question here in this format that I answer in the therapy room a fair bit. And a lot of times people will ask me, "Hey, I saw this advice on the internet. Do you think it would be beneficial for me?" And the answer is there's a lot of things that are very beneficial, that are fairly simple things to do that can provide big asymmetric benefits to mental and emotional regulation and functioning. So I do encourage people to try things. There is one thing that I always encourage people to do as far as like which ones to select and how to prioritize them. And that's this: the lower the cost of entry and the lower the predictable downstream negative effects of that, the more likely that it is something you should try. So, for example, if you just go into Google and type in ways to improve mood, on almost every list, taking walks will be on there. That's a great one to say, yeah, try that out for a week or two, see what it does for you, because that costs $0. For the grand majority of people, unless they have some sort of mobility or other health issue, walking is very accessible to the grand majority of people, and there's really no possible downstream negative effect of that. So that's a great one that I would tell people, yeah, sure, if you want to try it, go ahead and try it, because there are many people who gain benefit from that. Same thing with things like journaling. The cost of a journal is what, $5, so low cost of monetary entry. Time spent, probably not a ton, 5, 10, 15 minutes a day. And same thing, very few negative downstream effects that are predictable. So yeah, of course, try that. And then, you move into other things where I'll tell people to take a lot more time and attention and care in deciding what they want to do. So some people would do herbal supplements. At one point, St. John's wort was really popular for people to kind of like self-medicate depression. And one of the things I tell people when they want to start getting into chemistry is like, okay, that when you're altering your body's chemistry has more potential negative consequences. Do make sure to think harder about that one. This is probably a good chance to check with your doctor, because there's a lot of things that certainly I can't advise on, and I would be iffy if you should take internet advice about. So that's one where I would encourage people to really do a much more in-depth cost benefit analysis about taking that internet advice. And even things like getting on antidepressants. If somebody's going to do that, I deeply encourage them to really make sure that they're cool with finding a good provider, because not every provider of psychotropic medications is the same. And they're okay with the upfront time cost of finding the right person to assist them, the money cost of going to the sessions, the time cost of actually having to make the appointments, go to med checkups, and the risk of downstream side effects, because most of those do have the potential for somewhat extreme side effects, although oftentimes you only get the mild ones, but it is important to account for that. So my advice usually is, the more benign the negative impacts and the lower the cost of entry, absolutely try it. Give it a week or two, see if it works. And if it does, terrific. If it doesn't, that's okay. Put it aside, try something else. And then the more extreme the cost of entry, the more extreme the potential negative impacts, the more you should think about it, and the more you should do a little more in-depth cost benefit analysis on that. So hopefully this is helpful to somebody out there today. I'm Jonathan Pishner with Apex Counseling, and I will see you next time.